New Thought Media Network is on the rise. We're looking to grow with you. Do you have technical media experience? Or perhaps a desire to learn? Are you willing to volunteer your precious time and attention? We share this message to benefit all. If you possess a computer with a camera, we will share our knowledge with you. Behind the scenes or being the star, let us bless our one. Contact us at info@ntmedia.org.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Yes. I am Bonnie Gonzalez, aka Your Doula for Grief, and I am here with Revby.
I'm Reverend Barbara Schreiner-Trudel from the Center for Spiritual Living on the Lake in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I'm here with Bonnie. Really grateful to do this, filling in for Rev Robert.
Right. And we are filling in because we want to share the good news.
The good news. Everybody needs a little bit of good news, and we have lots of it tonight.
Yes, yes. I've been a news junkie in the past. And I remember taking a class once, and it said, whatever you do, don't let the news be the last thing that you listen to at night because it's so negative. And that's when I realized that's all I was watching. I was a true news junkie. So when I stopped
as a journalist.
Ooh, a journalist. So you were responsible for some of that, for some of the good news as well.
I graduated and quit and joined CSL instead.
I see. You took a spiritual path to news. Yes. And so as we say, we are here filling in for Rev Robert, who is officiating his brother's wedding. So congratulations, and hope the family and everyone is having fun. So I will go ahead and get started with the first news item of the day. And this is really close to my heart. So plastic eating enzyme could eliminate billions of tons of landfill waste. An enzyme variant created by engineers and scientists at the University of Texas at Austin can break down environment-throttling plastics that typically take centuries to degrade in just a matter of hours to days. Can you believe that? Wow. This discovery, published today in Nature, could help solve one of the world's most pressing environmental problems. What to do with the billions of tons of plastic waste building up in landfills and polluting our natural lands and waters. The enzyme has the potential to supercharge recycling on a large scale that would allow major industries to reduce their environmental impact by recovering and reusing plastics at the molecular level. The possibilities are endless across industries to leverage this leading edge recycling process, said Hal Alpert, professor in the Makita Department of Chemical Engineering at UT Austin. Beyond the obvious waste management industry, this also provides corporations from every sector the opportunity to take a lead in recycling their products. Through these more sustainable enzyme approaches, we can begin to envision a true circular plastics economy. How does that feel? To know that,
I love
yeah, we use so many plastic products, don't we?
You know, we do. And the thing is, you know, well, we're moms, we have kids, and they are going to be living in the world that we leave behind. So we really do need to ramp up our game a little bit. And that sounds incredibly exciting. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, and the next story follows right along as well. Let's put our vegetables to work. Tarleton State University researchers have demonstrated that food-grade plant extracts, especially those from okra, have the power to remove microplastics from wastewater. And although, you know, we don't really know the health effects of ingesting microplastics, but studies suggest that people unintentionally consume thousands of particles every year.
Yes.
So overall, the plant-based polysaccharides worked better than or as well as traditional methods. And importantly, the plant-based flocculants can be implemented in existing water treatment processes. So we don't even have to build all new plants, right? We can use what we got. So the whole treatment method is with non-toxic materials, uses the current infrastructure, and, you know, we can build something brand new to incorporate these materials for water treatment. Sounds like good news to me.
Sounds like our vegetables. It sounds like our planet. It's taking care of us in more ways than one.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And on that note, let's just take a short break and we're going to come back with mom stuff.
All righty.
New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Hi, welcome back. That was a quick break.
That was.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day, Bonnie.
And I was going to say, I know that your mom also, Rev B, so right back at you. Happy Mother's Day. Yes. And on that note,
thank you.
I don't even know if you realize this, Rev B, but I want to tell you this. 7 in 10 Americans said their mother is their best friend. They are superheroes. Doesn't that sound good? We're getting some respect here, some props. Look at that, the superhero moms. Okay.
I like it.
People come and go, but mothers are forever friends. In fact, 7 in 10 Americans said their mother is their best friend. A survey of 2,000 adults asked them how they show their appreciation toward the woman the women in their lives who are mothers, and found that 3 in 5 believe every day should be Mother's Day. I bet I bet you can agree with that. Every day is Mother's Day. It says
I think so.
a whopping 86% of respondents said that these women are the most hardworking people they know. But 69% agree that moms don't get enough credit for all they do. 7 in 10 Americans said their mom is their best friend. And 63% said their mom is a superhero who can take on any challenge and resolve it with grace. You want to add a comment there, Rev B?
I do. You know, I was watching this great show on the New Thought Media Network, and it was about the grief doula. And I believe there was a comment in there from a young woman who was given accolades to her remarkable mom.
Yes.
I believe that was you, my dear sister.
My mom for me, and she wasn't like she wasn't one of those moms that was cuddly and come here, baby, let me tuck you in at night. She just helped you see how strong and how resilient you are. I am. I'll keep it in the eye. And as I said, my mom was just a high-spirited woman and really taught me about living life to the fullest, because she felt that she had lived 85 years and had done it up. So.
Oh, that is beautiful. Well, I know, and for my children, I have 4 children and 2 grandchildren and a great-grandchild. And for me, it's just so important that I model a behavior that inspires them to be the best they can be. So, yeah, moms, go moms.
I was going to say we're almost twins here, like bookends. I have four children and 2 grandchildren. So we are.
I have two daughters, 2 sons.
Wow. Well, I have 3 daughters and 1 son, and they're all beautiful.
They're fabulous.
Yes.
Well, it's, you know, it's a joy being a mother, and it's a journey, because some of it can be difficult and challenging, but all of it is so rewarding. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
And
on that note, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say one thing I do want to add in wishing Happy Mother's Day. I do want to wish Happy Mother's Day to those women that did not have children, because I have a sister who did not have children, but she helped me raise my children, because it takes a village to raise a child. So thank you to all those that are without actually giving birth, but knowing that you have been a mother to someone at some time.
You know, that's a really important story, and I'm going to quickly add on to that before we move to our next story. But when I met my husband 20 years ago, I already had 3 adult children, and he was like, would you consider having 1 more? I said, well, I don't know if I can, but we'll see. I don't know.
Right.
I was 45 years old at the time, like, come on. And
I guess
I turned around. It was like, I don't know if that's going to happen. Yeah, well, we did in vitro. And I'll tell you, a beautiful young woman donated her eggs so that my husband and I could have a baby. And that young woman said, I never want to have a child. I never want to bring a child into the world. But I love you guys, and I know that you're going to be the best parents ever. And I really want to give you this gift. And we got pregnant right away. And I had a miscarriage at the 6-week mark. And I lost 1 twin. And my beautiful 17-year-old daughter, who sings on my TV show, or on my Monday night service show, is the result. She is my miracle baby. And thank you to a woman who did not have children, did not want to have children, for the most blessed gift anyone could ever give anybody. So that's
beautiful.
that's some good news.
Yes, and that is just what I'm saying. Someone that did not have a child, but look at what they allowed you to have in essence, giving of themselves in that way. Oh.
It was a remarkable gift. Remarkable gift. Okay, on to the next story.
Okay, yes.
Canadian moms as top role models. I mean, how great is that? So a survey has found that mothers are regarded as the top female role models in the lives of 6 out of 10 Canadian girls, and probably American as well, and maybe even in Mexico also, because we got some people in Mexico here today, don't we?
That's right.
And most of these people aged 10 to 17 were unlikely to identify other types of women they hope to emulate. Pop stars or actors or whatever, it's their moms. It was their moms. Wow. And yeah, it's like the role that moms play is huge. And what a gift. And I'm grateful to be one. Grateful to be one, that's for sure.
Wow. I had not seen that good news. That I have to stop and think on that. That is big because young people, we'll just say young people, usually have a perspective of the world and look toward people that are like-minded. And usually it's like, as you say, pop stars or actors or somebody that's in the public light. So that's encouraging.
Exactly.
Thank you for finding.
It just shows the real value of our role as mothers, you know, the importance of it. Because young girls today, in the world today, I don't know if I'd want to be living in the world today with all the things going on, especially all the online stuff, right? The video games, the Snapchat, all this. Well, that just leads into our next story.
I was going to say, why don't you go lead right into that?
Yeah, because this mother and daughter were saved from a teetering car wreck by a teen in Snapchat. So look at this picture. I mean, oh my goodness, they're hanging above this watery embankment. And the interesting thing was she's honking her horn. This was in England. She went off the road and she's honking her horn. She's flashing her lights. The cars are driving by. No one can see them from where they dropped down. And it's a mom with her 7-year-old daughter. So she phones or texts, I can't remember, she texted or phoned her boyfriend. And so he called emergency services. They tried for 20 minutes. They couldn't find them. Yeah. And then his son goes onto Snapchat and uses the GPS locator, and they rescued that young mom and her daughter. And the mom is Gemma Fairweather and her 7-year-old daughter, Martha, and they had been teetering on that embankment for quite some time. And then, you know, Pot's son, Sam, had the bright idea to use Snapchat in order to track them down. And using the geolocation on the Snap Map tool, the 15-year-old was able to pinpoint exactly where they were, and rescuers were able to get in and get them. Like, how cool is that?
That is awesome. Not only for technology and that platform, but our young people. What does that say about our young people being so?
They're genius. They really are genius.
They really are. And I'll tell you a funny story. I was on a plane. We're talking about our young people being so smart and really knowing technology. I was on a plane. We were getting ready to take off, and the flight attendant said, "Okay, everyone, I want you to put all your devices in airplane mode or turn them off." And she said, "And if you can't find airplane mode, I will get a small child and bring them over, and they will show you how to turn off your device or put it in airplane mode." So, on to another story with our beautiful young people. But you think about it. These beautiful young people are being raised by us. That's why they're so intelligent and beautiful.
That's it. You got it.
Yeah. Okay. And Yeah, this beautiful story is it says with his handmade bowl, this 12-year-old raised $325,000 for Ukrainian kids. A 12-year-old hobbyist woodworker who likes to make wooden bowls on a lathe managed to raise in pounds 245,000 pounds for Save the Children Ukraine. After young, isn't that beautiful? Just look at that woodwork. After a young boy's woodworking project went viral, he seized on his new internet following to raise money, not for himself, but for the children of the Ukraine. The power of viral social media posts never ceases to astound. When Gabriel Clarke's proud dad tweeted a link to his son's hobby, carving wooden bowls and posting them for sale on Instagram, it went viral. And his Instagram followers jumped from 6 to 227,000 in just 48 hours. Yes, that is instant, right? Not only Instagram, but instant followers. So rather than fulfilling the 20,000 requests for wooden bowls, Clarke Woodwork, who lives in Cumbria in northern England, announced he would make one single bowl, Gabriel's bowl for Ukraine, to be given out in a lottery to anyone who makes a donation to save the children of the Ukraine. And that's how that happened. It just people started making donations, and the bowl wound up making, what was it, 245,000 pounds. So wow. Wonderful. And
one young man.
Yeah. And one young man and Instagram.
And Instagram. Wow. That's, it's remarkable what can happen with social media today when we put something out that really touches hearts and minds. That's amazing. Wow.
Thank you for saying that. Yes. Because I sometimes get into that negativity around social media platforms. But then when you hear something like this, it is encouraging.
And it really is. It really is. Now, I think we have a commercial break coming up, and we'll be right back with more good news.
Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living Denver, for your continued support. Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living Midtown Atlanta, for your monthly contribution. Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, for your monthly contribution. And please help us welcome Om Center for Spiritual Living in La Mesa, California. Thank you for your monthly donation. Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, for your most generous donation. And a special thanks to Hefferlin Foundation for your generous technology grant. And Suze Ajit, thank you for your very generous donation. And a super special thank you to Dr. Tracy Brown, RSCP. Thanks for being a super donor. And a big shout out to all our committed donors.
Hello. Welcome back from that beautiful break. More good news coming at you.
Yes.
Oh, Walt Disney Corporation.
Walt Disney, yeah.
Yes, has just announced that it will now be offering free tuition to all of their hourly, part-time, and full-time workers in the United States. This program will be available to 80,000 employees nationwide starting in the fall, and will help staffers pursue their high school diplomas, college degrees, or trade certifications for free. The Walt Disney Company will cover 100% of tuition upfront and will also reimburse application fees and required books and materials, removing the worry of paying to start or continue school. Jane Parker, Disney's chief HR officer, said in a blog post that, oh my gosh.
That is tremendous news for a lot of people.
Isn't that? And I think Disney has the right idea to educate people and lift them up. That's the only way we end poverty and the issues that we're dealing with. And is there Disney in Canada?
Well, we travel to the U.S. to experience Disney.
Okay. Well, come on back to help pay for those tuition.
Yeah. Well, our next story is a really interesting one. An amputee athlete runs 104 marathons in 104 days. Now, I don't know about you, but running over 26 miles a day for that many days, I don't think I'm quite up for that. But it looks like she's going to have the record for Guinness Book of Records. They're doing some check-in to make sure it works out, and she'll be looks like she's going to be the one to break that record. She broke it by 2 days, so they will qualify that and make sure it's correct. And before we finish today, because I know we're running out of time, I want to share this beautiful, beautiful story of not that one, this one.
Yes, there you are.
Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. This 94-year-old grandma wears her dream wedding dress. A dream deferred doesn't necessarily mean a dream denied, even if it takes 7 decades to come true. Now, in 1952, Martha and Lehman Tucker became man and wife. Although the marriage was a true romance, the wedding was missing one element. The bride would have dearly loved to have a traditional white lace wedding gown. But in those days, Martha was unable to make the purchase in a racially segregated bridal shops of Birmingham, Alabama. So for years, Martha kept those memories to herself. But recently, the 94-year-old revealed her long-held hopes to her granddaughter, Angela. Knowing the sacrifices the Black women of Martha's generation face day to day, being denied many of life's courtesies, customs, and basic rights that the rest of us took for granted, Strozier decided it was time to make her grandma's wedding dress wish come true. This past July, it makes me want to cry, after a fortifying brunch and a preparatory makeup session, the bridal party made their way to David's Bridal in Hoover, Alabama, where the wedding gown Martha had always dreamed of, complete with full-length lace sleeves, matching veil, and even a cheeky, charming high lace garter awaited her. It was good news beyond anything. It just makes my heart feel good looking at that face. Oh, what she must have been feeling right then and there. Good news. Good news.
Applause to her, and just kudos, hats off to that granddaughter for making that happen, for honoring that. It was just beautiful.
This has been a joy, Bonnie. I'm so grateful to have spent this time with you.
I can't think of anything better that I would have wanted to do than to be here with you, Rev B. And I've been called Bonnie B, so Rev B and Bonnie B.
There we go. And that is the good news.
Ciao for now.
Bye.